ATK in this thing, TKG type of fucking. ATK in this thing, TKG, what is good with y'all, man? Listen, y'all see the title, you'll know exactly what we're getting into, man. So, let us talk about the lead up to this story. Let's talk about the lead up to this new beef. I don't want to call it a beef, because, I mean, it's just clowns in every fucking corner. Seriously. Yeah. So, Playboi Carti gets arrested for basically beating on his pregnant girlfriend. Didn't know this man had a girlfriend, but that's good. I don't check out this man's life. I now have a reason to never check his life again. Playboi Carti beats his pregnant girlfriend. He gets arrested. So people are making these Chris Brown comparisons. You know what I'm saying? He's the first person anyone gets compared to when a man beats a woman. A famous man beats a woman, for that matter. That's important for later. But, yeah. All these comparisons are flying, and I'm sure Chris Brown sees everything. So Chris Brown takes to Instagram, and he makes, you know, he just goes off. He says, hey, you know what I'm saying? Basically, to paraphrase, he says, shit, what I did was 16 years ago. I was 17. I'm a 33-year-old man now. I don't do crazy shit like that no more. Oh, y'all need to let it go. Get off my dick respectfully. Shit like that. Then he went on to say, oh, y'all watch Blueface and Chrisean beat each other's ass every week, and y'all laugh about it, but with me, y'all gotta take it so serious and da-da-da-da-da, and you know what I'm saying, and laugh at my expense, and all this stuff, right? I mean, he said something else. It was about where y'all at to cancel the white folk and all this other shit, and honestly, I'm not going to talk about that part because I honestly believe that this has zero to do about race. But at the same time, I do respect that message. I do like it. Let's hold everyone accountable. Let's hold everybody accountable, no matter the skin color. But this particular story has nothing to do about race. I don't even know why he brought that up. If this was triggered because of Playboi Carti, I don't know why race came to the forefront. I guess because it's Black History Month. I don't know. But, yeah. After all that was said, Blueface almost immediately had a response. And this is basically what he said.
Chris Breezy, beat the Yaki. What's happening, cuz? Look, check it out. I understand the frustration, fool. You know, for me being in the situation. I'm not even gonna trip on you because the message you trying to send is way off. I get it, you know, bitch hit me. It's funny, I hit her back as fuck Blueface, so I totally get it. That'd be the most irritating thing ever. But you gotta play the cards that you was dealt. You on some, but they did it too. Why aren't you guys telling them anything type shit? And it's like, bro, life don't work like that, man. You know, if we all go do a crime together, we're not all gonna get the same time together, you hear me? You might get the most amount of time. We might not all say nothing, but we all went and did the crime, so we gotta take the time, you hear me? You want some, you guys are gonna give me the most time, but they did it too, like, judge, sentence them. Yeah, like, we ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. You feel me? Like, handle your candle, deal with your situation how you deal with it. Only thing I disagree with is you posting all these random white people and me and the bitch and trying to like distract from your thing. You feel me? Like, you gotta stand on it, cuz. Like, if you beat the bitch up, shit, you beat the bitch up. Like, oh God, like, you scared to like, yeah, like, I get it, you on some R&B, you don't want to be seen as R&B, but, oh God, you beat the Yaki, you gotta, hey. I beat my bitch up, man. I ain't finna come on here and be like, well, Chris Brown did it 16 years ago, and you guys let him still like perform at the BET Awards, and I'm gonna sound like a square, guy. That's what I'm gonna sound like. And my last opinion is, cuz you beat up the wrong bitch. Yeah. You got a bad judge. Like, you feel me? We didn't all get the same judge. Cause God, I got a bitch. You feel me? She gonna fight back, so I'm gonna get less time.
Like, before I even get back to Chris Brown, how delusional can these two be? How delusional can these two be? Blueface is basically saying, yeah, I beat Chrisean's ass. And Chrisean's just, he sure did. Yes, that's my man. He beat my ass. And I beat his ass too, but he beat my ass. And I fucking love him for it. The second a girl puts her hands on me, that relationship is over. That relationship is through. Don't give a fuck what I did. We shouldn't be hitting each other at all. And if I ever put my hands on a woman, because I've never physically assaulted any women. The only time I put my hands on a woman is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why are you laughing every time Blueface brings up, oh, you know what I'm saying, you hit your girl, laughing at domestic abuse? This is one of the worst couples in celebrity history. Fuck celebrity history. This is one of the worst couples of all time. Bar none. Bar none. I'm putting them, actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll put them number one. Just the worst. The absolute fucking worst. Family members getting their ass beat. They beating each other's ass. Don't nobody fuck with this fucking relationship but them. But they don't even fuck with their relationship. I already talked about these two in a separate video and how toxic they were, and they talking trash. This easily could have been a talking trash, but you know what? There's already enough negativity in this situation. So much chaos in this situation, and I believe my fucking alter ego didn't even supersede how much toxicity reigns from this bullshit, from this dumbass couple. These motherfuckers are a match made for each other, because I would never want a normal woman with Blueface, and I would never want a normal man with Chrisean. They're both trash people. And if you needed any more indication on how delusional this family is, this is what Blueface's mom had to say a little bit after, you know what I'm saying, what Blueface and I guess technically Chrisean had to say about all this shit.
Blueface used to pretend to be you as a child. Okay, he was Chris Brown all the way up until he became Blueface. So technically, you set a poor example for my son, is what you did. Because maybe he just might be following behind you. Okay?
Maybe he was following in your footsteps. I don't know. What about his fucking father? Seemed like a better man's footsteps to follow in, considering he's fucking there. Or maybe Blueface's father's dead or incarcerated or something like that. I don't know too much about Blueface's history. Maybe he's dead. If he's not dead, if Blueface's fucking father's still alive, whatever the case may be, Chris Brown, that's who you decide to model your life after. And then even then, if you see how fucking shitty of a person Chris Brown is, Miss Blueface, why the fuck didn't you keep him away from that? You seem better off benefiting from Blueface's life right now, as he's whooping his girlfriend's ass. You don't have shit to say about that. You don't have a fucking word to say about that shit. Maybe he got it from you. You're acting like Chris Brown repeatedly. I mean, he did do it twice, but you're acting like he does it every fucking week on a weekly basis, like your son does to his woman. Can't even call her his woman. Every week he dismisses this fucking girl. I don't want her no more. I don't want to be in a relationship with her no more. Like, fuck her, she for the streets. And here it is, a video gets recorded and she is in his house, or maybe he's in her house. They are around each other. I don't know if it's to fulfill their little contract for the dumbass little show that they have. I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't care. They don't need to be around each other no more. They don't need to be around decent human beings. Hell, Chrisean is on a show where females basically exude chaos, where they fight basically every episode. I forget what the show is called, Tough Girls Club or something like that. The one that Stunner Girl is on. Only way you gonna see her. Stunner girl, because if she was trusting her talent to get people to check her out, yeah. Delusional all around. The whole family just trash, just absolutely garbage. That mother is more concerned with looking like the young girls and feeding off of Blueface. She don't even like Blueface for real. Not too long ago, I remember she was like, Blueface is a fake son. He never did nothing for us, blah, 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 something of that nature. I could make an hour-long video on that family alone. But back to Chris Brown and Blueface. The whole premise of this video today is basically, are we wrong for still talking about Chris Brown, the Chris Brown Rihanna gate? That's what we're going to call it. Are we wrong for still bringing it up? In a sense, I want to say Blueface and Chris Brown are right here, because Blueface did have a point there. He did make a point. He said, if I do it and you do it, we're not going to serve the same time. There is a true difference in that. Now, see, I'm not going to put up the pictures of Rihanna. I'm not going to do that. Rihanna looked so bad after that beating. And it is the simple fact that he did it again. He beat the absolute mess out of Rihanna. I don't know how Chrisean looks after them fights. It's the simple fact of the matter of, it depends on how much damage you did. Now, that's going to sound crazy to some people, but again, if I run into a stop sign outside with my car, that looks crazy. That's bad damage. I'm going to get charged for that. But if I run my car into a restaurant and total the entire restaurant, I'm going to pay significantly more, aren't I not? Now, some people will say, oh, it doesn't matter. A human is a human. It doesn't matter. So tell me this, who's going to serve more time? Somebody that put bullet holes in you or somebody that put marks on your face? Because I would see Chris Brown serving life right now had he killed Rihanna. But he beat Rihanna. I'm not saying he's right for what he did. Not at all am I advocating for his behavior. He's a shit human being for that. He should continue to take accountability for it, because it's something that no man should do unprovoked. I still don't know if it was, you know what I'm saying? I haven't delved too deep into that case. But Chrisean keeps coming back for more. She keeps on getting her ass beat, and then she just fine with sticking around. She's toxic. She's beyond Satan. She'll get her ass beat every week and then sit up and suck the man's dick the next day. They have a fight. She go, you know what I'm saying? They have a fight, publicly break up, and then you see a video of Chrisean sucking Blueface's dick. Or riding it in that sense. Don't look that up. But the fact of the matter is, not going to do the same time. Blueface is correct on that notion. Not going to do the same time, because Chris Brown I never, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Chrisean after some of them beatings. Some, and it's the simple fact that there's more than one. Is what's wrong with this situation. People tuning in every week to see how their life progresses, that also is wrong. Here's where Chris Brown is right. Again, what I just said, people tuning in and just laughing at this situation, and oh, you know what I'm saying, Blueface and Chrisean doing that stuff again, ho ho ho. And then when Chris Brown did it, he's just made to look like a villain. He is a villain, but here's where the disconnect is. No one's applauding Blueface and Chrisean for being entertainers. They are legitimately a bad couple. They legitimately are beating the dog shit out of each other. Blueface can't look a little to the right at a woman without Chrisean basically threatening to break a glass bottle over his head, which I'm sure she's done. I seen a video of Blueface just laying there with a chunk of skin just hanging off him, a big ass cut in his head. And she's like, oh my God, I'm gonna take care of you. I love you so much. It's just like, this is the saddest shit you'll ever see. If a girl breaks a bottle over my head, my mom is gonna try to kill her. My mom is gonna try to kill that woman. And Miss Blueface, where are you? You see all this happening, and you're more concerned on who's a good role model for your son, because it clearly wasn't you. You must have been getting your ass beat by niggas for where Blueface thought, I guess if my girl gets out of line, I'ma put her in check, because mommy's getting her ass whooped by you know what I'm saying, the 5 guys that come in and out of here every weekend. Are we wrong for still bringing this situation up? The reason why we do is because it is a notorious moment in rap culture. It is a notorious moment in pop culture. When that happened, the world stood still for a moment because they just simply couldn't fathom the fact that Chris Brown, because at that point in time, that was the first really truly bad thing he did. He was a teenager, but at the same time, Chris Brown did that, and the whole world was just like, whoa. Like, he beat his girlfriend up. Domestic abuse was superbly frowned upon back then. Superbly frowned upon today. But because of Blueface and Chrisean, it's now being, you know what I'm saying? It's now being, you know, people have a softer reaction towards it now. Only because you can watch it on whatever channel that is. You could tune into Twitter and see the weekly tabloids on Chrisean eventually stabbing Blueface. Or Blueface putting Chrisean's head through a table. Like she's fucking Jeff Hardy. And he's Devon Dudley or something. So we remember this because of the simple fact that because of Chris Brown's stature, this situation only escalated because of who he is. Now take YouTube into account. If PewDiePie slapped his woman in the face, YouTube wouldn't forget it. If I came on here and told you that I killed 5 women in the past week, PewDiePie's news is going to supersede mine almost indefinitely. I get a little bit of coverage because killing, you know, it's terrible, but I get a little coverage. PewDiePie ultimately will take more of that attention. PewDiePie would get destroyed in the media. It would be like as if he killed his girlfriend, his wife. It would be as if he killed his woman. Versus me, I get probably a week of coverage. Cops all over me. Everyone's talking about it for a second. But no, PewDiePie, the guy with what? I forget if he has, what does he have, like 200 million subscribers? He has over 100 million for sure, but I ain't lost count on how many subscribers he has. I know Mr. Beast has the most now, but man, one of the most celebrated YouTubers on this site, they will not ever bring, they won't let that down. PewDiePie said the hard R during you know what I'm saying, I think it was Warzone one time, and they will not let that go. People are still bringing that up. It's the simple fact he at the time he was huge, absolutely huge. Chris Brown's still a big deal today, but at that moment, at that particular time, Chris Brown was huge. Chris Brown went on to do some he was able to do some other really crazy stuff that people don't put as much light on. Chris Brown has all sorts of sexual assault allegations. I'm sure I could find a tweet of all the things he's done, because when this situation comes out, people tend to take sides. So you give me 5 minutes, I can find something. I can find a tweet of somebody bringing up everything that he's done. Give me 30 seconds. I shit you not. It took me literally about 15 seconds. I didn't even need 30. It took me about half that time to find somebody bringing up Chris Brown's past. And what you see on the screen is all the stuff that he's been accused of. You know what I'm saying? Stalking Karrueche, which is crazy. You're famous and can most definitely pull up just about any woman you want to. And you had to stalk somebody. Now here's my thing. All of those things happen. And none of those things pale in comparison to when he beat Rihanna. And no one will want to forget it because of who Rihanna is. This is different than you beating up on some regular white woman at a hotel or you know what I'm saying, whatever. It's Rihanna, a modern day megastar, just performing at the Super Bowl and had people tuning in simply for her. There were even people saying, "Oh, Rihanna's so cute. Rihanna's so nice for letting these football players perform during her concert." That's how big she is. No one's gonna forget you doing that to her. It is almost as if you did this to Whitney Houston or Beyonce or something. They're not gonna forget that. Hell, they don't forget when I mean, there's not as much flack. They don't forget when Solange beat up Jay-Z in the elevator. Hell, Family Guy brought that up in one of their episodes. They also brought up Chris Brown beating women in an episode. It's how big it is. It's on a wide scale. It's huge. Are people gonna forget it? No. It is a notorious, iconic moment in pop culture. Whenever you think of Chris Brown, is one of the first things you think about. So are we wrong for still talking about it? On some degree we are, because people can grow. Now, again, when you bring up the things that Chris Brown has done over the years, he wasn't 17 when he did all that stuff. He's done some crazy stuff, but I will also like to bring up, no one's perfect. But at the same time, all that stuff that he did, those aren't just little things. That's not stuff that you should just forget about. The colorist thing, it's always subjective because you see someone dating only light skins and women like to throw out that colorist word. Oh my God, he does not like dark skinned women. Oh my gosh, like, I used to hate dark skinned women back in the day when I was a child. And now it's all I'm with. Dark skinned women. And I love it. I love all women for that matter, but shit. You can't beat them dark chocolate queens. You know what I'm saying? A little bitter, but bittersweet. Let's get back serious, man. The thing that Chris Brown did versus what Blueface and Chrisean are currently going through pales into comparison because in 5 years, no one will know who Chrisean Rock is. No one will care. This relationship will not last past that point. Will we still be hearing about them? We'll probably not hear about Blueface. The way he carries on in life, shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. That man might pass on next year. The way he carries on in life. You keep fucking around, you're gonna find out from somebody. Because not every woman's gonna let that slide. Somebody's gonna have a real aggressive father that's gonna pull up on you and put that gangster to the test. Now, again, Chris Brown is living life greatly right now. He has a sold out international tour that he's on right now. He is chilling. He's living life. He's despite all that, he's booked like crazy. He's still one of the biggest R&B stars right now. It's a testament to how good his music is. It's a testament to how big his fan base is. And again, how big his fan base is. He has a fan base. Despite what he's done, he's got female fans. And they more than likely have let that situation go. But here's the biggest thing here. Why are we still talking about it when Chris Brown and Rihanna don't even talk about this anymore? Chris Brown and Rihanna don't even bring this up. Anyone ask Rihanna about it, and I gotta guarantee you, she doesn't care to speak on it. Or it's not even worth talking about. They've had multiple relationships past that point. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna's been with a whole ass billionaire. A$AP Rocky. I don't know who else past that point. I think before the billionaire was Chris Brown. But I don't know. I don't keep up with celebrity relationships like a lot of y'all do. Chris Brown's been with a whole bunch of women. And apparently he sexually assaulted a few of them. You haven't heard of Rihanna doing no such thing past that point. Getting sexually assaulted. Or getting her ass whooped. Sexually assaulted. You haven't heard of Rihanna getting beat up. No domestic abuse from any of her her past boyfriends. The guys after Chris Brown. It's absolutely mind-jarring how he can have female fans that will look at that and go, and just sway it and it doesn't matter. I'm not saying they should always remember that. I'm saying, remember, don't ever speak on domestic abuse from anyone else when you don't mind listening to someone who's practiced that. Now, we shouldn't have to talk about this forever. Every situation should not have to be compared to this. The Playboi Carti thing should not have to be compared to this. When Tory Lanez, everyone has made their jokes. We've all made jokes on it. Every single person. I don't think there's a person watching me right now that hasn't made a joke on that situation. I've made jokes on the situation. And we can all feel shitty about it. We can all feel terrible about it. Because if Rihanna was sitting there right there while we were making them jokes, she wouldn't like it. So it's easy to take the high ground when the other people ain't around. But when they're there, that accountability truly has to set in. I mean, when they're not around, it's easy to make fun of them too. But at the same time, I want to say it's history. It's a part of pop culture history. It's like Tina Turner getting smacked. It's a part of pop culture history. No one's forgetting that. No one's going to stop talking about it because of the severity and who the people were. Not going to end. It won't. So Chris Brown wants us to stop talking about this. He's going to, sadly, I'm going to say something that might sound pretty crazy. He's going to have to deal with it. In this day and age, trolling has been at an all-time high. That's all kids want to do is hop online and bring up things that they're told not to bring up. Talk about things that they wouldn't talk about in front of the person. Whole bunch of internet warriors, but to kids safe behind the keyboard and won't say nothing to nobody's face. This is the worst generation to do crazy stuff in, because people don't forget nothing. You want to go to Nate Robinson's Instagram and see if anyone forgot about him getting knocked out by Jake Paul. No one's forgetting anything anymore. When it's presented on a wide scale, 6ix9ine snitching, stuff like that. It's on a wide scale, and it's basically all you're known for now. That's you. You're basically known as the guy who beat Rihanna. You're the woman beater now. You're the woman beater in the music world. There's a few of them in the music world, but you're one of them, Chris Brown. A notorious one at that. You're gonna have to deal with it. Sadly. My ending take on all of this: Chris Brown is stuck. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place because it doesn't matter what new relationships he gets in, there will be people to bring that up. No one's forgetting this. Nobody. Had he did that with a random woman, some random ass woman, no, people are probably have forgotten it already. Most definitely forgotten it. But because it's Rihanna, yeah, you're gonna get stuck with that, with all that. You're gonna get stuck with that. It's who you're defined as. It's sadly something that you're gonna have to just get used to. Should we still be talking about it this far into it? Because Chris Brown doesn't care about it. I mean, I see why he doesn't care. And Rihanna doesn't care about it. Should we still be talking about it? Honestly, no. We shouldn't still be talking about it. We shouldn't still be bringing it up. It shouldn't even be a joke. It shouldn't. I ain't gonna lie, we are shitty for bringing it up all the time. We are shitty for comparing everyone to that situation. I am in that boat. Because on Instagram, I sat up and said about the Playboi Carti situation, I said I'm going to give him the Chris Brown treatment. Meaning that I was not going to let him live that down. I'm not going to let him live it down because, first things first, Playboi Carti is trash for that. You beat your pregnant girlfriend because, what? You don't want to be the father. It seems like you don't want to be the father of the child that you have right now with Iggy. But come on, bro. You beat her because you're about to have a baby with her. Nothing else. No other reason. You beat her. That's trash. Trash. Absolutely. That's stuff that people should be held accountable for. Playboi Carti sits out here and he wants to act like a good person. You remind him, you're not a good person. You're not. But again, I believe people can grow past what happened. Has Chris Brown grown past what he's done? I don't think so. He's done other crazy, shitty things. He has. So at the end of the day, you stay a bad person, you're gonna keep being reminded of how bad you are. But again, if Chris Brown hasn't done anything crazy recently, and that's really, I mean, how recent? Then at that point, it does feel like bullying in a sense. It does feel like, you know what I'm saying? Remember that thing you did? You know what I'm saying? Dude does anything and it's, remember that thing you did? Oh yeah, you sold out tours, but what's your stance on beating bitches' asses? It's like, bro. It's a tricky situation. We shouldn't be bringing it up. We shouldn't even be joking about it. But at the same time, it is history. It is history. Simply put. So, before I go, I want to say to toxic relationships out there, I want to say to people that are stuck in toxic relationships, know your worth. If you're sitting next to somebody right now that does not treasure you like how you should be treasured or treat you like how you treat them, then this is a wake-up call coming from me. You deserve better. And you deserve somebody that treats you exactly like how you deserve to be treated. Do not give anybody the power to define your worth, because only you can do that. If you start letting people decide what you are, if you start letting people decide who you are, then by all means, you're lost. And you cannot be lost because you can find yourself. Everyone can find themselves. You deserve love. But beyond any case, man, y'all tell me how y'all feel about this Chris Brown situation, even the Blueface and Chrisean situation. Hell, even tell me how y'all feel about the Playboi Carti situation, because, man, I'm very disappointed in Playboi Carti. I'm about ready to stop fucking with him completely. I already didn't really care for his music, his newest music. I don't support trash people. I do not. I don't want to support trash people. And the people are going to say, the music's good, though. No one cares right now. Playboi Carti is a trash person, but the music is good. No one cares. When we're talking about situations like women getting beaten, nobody cares about the music. Stop bringing up the music when these people, y'all favorite artists, do this crazy stuff. Kanye did all this stuff, but he made. Who cares? Gunna snitched, but he made. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? They weren't thinking about the music when they did the crazy stuff that they did. Playboi Carti wouldn't say, what, yeah. That's not what he was doing. That's not what the fuck he was doing. Y'all need to stop. Seriously. Bringing up the fucking music. Not once did I bring up Chris Brown's music. Not once did I bring up Blueface's music. And Chrisean makes music kinda too. And not once did I bring up her music. At all in this video. Do not want to hear about music when we're talking about trash people. Y'all need to cut it out. Stop. So, beyond any case, vibe, I'm done.
Get bad shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied